Hi guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be looking at how Nigerian big banks are losing their financial ground in Nigeria. As you may know, Nigeria is one of the biggest economy in Africa, and that in itself presents a lot of opportunity for increase, for growth, for businesses. But today is about the financial institution in Nigeria. And over the years, they've been doing a lot of things very wrong. And it seems as if the customer's opinion doesn't count. I like what is happening in recent days, that people are calling these guys forth on social media and they are compelled to give feedback to these dragons, I call them, or these call outs on social media. It shouldn't be up to this for these banks to give attention to their customers. So one of the major issues plaguing the Nigerian financial institution, especially the big banks, is customer service. Customer service is the key, and I think almost all the Nigerian big banks are getting it wrong. In the past few years of you running your account with these big banks, you must have experienced one or two issues with the customer service reps in all these banks. And the fact that there is no way to reach your bank, there is no way to contact them, is a major issue. The banks may try to defend themselves by saying we have provided emails, we have provided phone contacts, we have provided toll-free lines, we have WhatsApp contact. You agree with me that across these platforms they have provided, what is going on there is them putting bots, to answer people based on some predefined arguments or questions. So they are giving you a particular answer that is not addressing your issue. That's one of the ways they are losing it, because some of these recent fintech banks, new generation banks, have discovered these loopholes. And if you see, most of them, they handle your problem as if it's their own and walk you through till you get the solution. And that have made people navigate towards this, fintech banks. Now, if we talk about customer service, we are going to discuss this for several videos, and we are not going to be able to talk about everything that is the challenge with Nigerian big bank customer service problem. They have a lot, and if you have experienced any of this, kindly drop a message in the comment section below. Another thing I want to talk about, which is where these fintech banks or these new generation banks are actually getting their grip on, is on their apps, the app design and updates. I don't get it why these big banks will run some unpleasing interface for several months and years with little or no updates. Now let me tell you, the bank that I use, if you open it, you're going to see several features in the app, and only half of those things are working properly. Some of those features are still not activated. So this is where the small banks are getting it right. They design their interface to be attractive in a way that an individual with little or no knowledge can navigate through their apps. And I think the big banks should learn from these fintech banks, because it's not about having the brick and mortar institution or structure and sitting behind desk, wanting customers to come into the banking hall. How many of us do actually walk into the banking hall these days to do transactions? Rarely would you see people doing that. And me, I cannot remember the last time I walked into a banking hall to do transaction. That could be your own story as well, right? Because people now live with their phone, they transact with their phone. Making these apps so comfortable to use is one of the best things they should do for themselves and for their customers. Now, without making this video long, I want to talk about availability of service. Let's talk about this. Sometimes it seems as if these big banks are beefing one another. When you transfer money from a bank to another, it will not go. What is going on? But you see, these small fintech banks, you receive their alert immediately. And if you go to the market to actually buy something, just try it, and you see two accounts. Ask the vendor, which one should I send the money to? The vendor will tell you, send it to this fintech bank, because they know that fintech bank will send them alert immediately, transaction alert. It is so fast. I give it to the fintech banks for helping to make people's life easy actually. Now you can go to the market to buy things like pepper, onion from the woman by the roadside. You can now easily do transaction with them because of the help of these fintech banks. Now, I'm not being sponsored by any of these fintech banks, but because I have seen the challenges and the stress that these big banks, continue daily to give their customers. But then a good number of us in Nigeria have like accounts with the big banks and then accounts with the fintech banks, because why not? Another big problem with big banks is financial education. Now, there is little or no financial education, to their customer. They don't talk to them about anything. They charge you without your consent, and then not telling you what those charges are all about. They just keep deducting money from your account, and they don't give you little or no interest. Now they create these account packages, and it's later in the future you start discovering the privileges that are open to these accounts and the privileges that you are not open to. And most times the privileges you are not allowed to get in that account, type of account that you open, is actually the one that you need very well. So you see, they don't educate their customers on what they are doing, what their money is doing. They just find out that since you have figured out on your own what bank is all about and your transaction is going, you just keep it that way. So they strive in mystery, and this is very bad for the big banks, and it's very bad for an economy like Nigeria. People need to know what their money is doing. So send this video to your bank, let them know what they are doing wrongly. I would rather go with the person that talks to me than the person that will not talk to me, though my money is in his or her care. These are the things that that are plaguing big banks. We talked about the customer service, which is a key. I mean, all these other ones can be forgiven if the customer service is actually very good, but most times it is the other way around. Now, the second one, we talk about their apps, some dormant features that are not doing anything, slow updates, slow services, and every other thing. Transaction bouncing back or not going at all, and then returning it after several days. What is going on? Do they have a different license from what these fintech banks have? Another thing is financial education. Talk to your customers. What are you doing? Talk to them. What is happening with their money on the daily? They want to know. And if they want their money, please give it to them. Just click here and watch some other videos that we've done. So amazing videos. And thank you so much for being part of this. Bye-bye.